Good morning YouTube, Chris here, the Country Cottage Gardener. I hope you're all well and welcome you back to another video. So today I am on a little, I suppose you call it landscaping job. It's a job where I'm just tarting up the front of somebody's property. It's actually a recurring customer, somebody that I've done a decking for just over a year. It was a composite deck, and yeah, they invited me to do some more work for them, which is lovely. Now in fact I lived literally a stone's throw away from this customer. The van wouldn't even heat up by the time that I'd get from door to door, but I split my boots yesterday. The sole come off the front of them, and to be honest, they're a bit uncomfortable. They're flapping around the sole and everything, so I'm having a little trot out this morning. And on the other side of that as well, we were going to be doing one bit of job on this this front garden, but the client has changed their mind, so I'm actually just nipping to get some other materials at the same time. So two birds with one stone as such. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch up with very odd, and we'll catch up in between. Thank you very much. Alrighty, so here we are on the job. Customer isn't here at the moment, so I'm just going to crack on. But basically the first job is going to be to rip out those lavenders, and then from there I'm going to be doing two stone circles with some lavender and some standard Photinia inside, and then next to those going to be doing two railway sleeper beds. Luckily my delivery of Cotswold stone hasn't turned up yet, and nor of the railway sleepers, but they're due later on. Anyway, let's rip out some old lavender. These have definitely had their day. I've actually just started unloading this stone here. Look down at my feet. I'm wearing trainers, and the reason I'm wearing trainers is because my Decorative boot died yesterday. The sole actually comes separated from the toe back, and I was trying to think when I last bought them, and I remember I was cutting buxus about a week after, and so they've lasted a good 18 months, I would have thought. But anyway, I was quite limited. I got mine in Toolstation, and these are Stanley ones. Steel toe cap Stanleys. I normally go for DeWalt, and they last at least a year. If I'm chuffed, if I can get a pair of boots to last a year, I'm happy. Anyway, let's see how I get on with these today. Here we are. Tell you what, these are definitely DeWalt. I know Stanley and DeWalt brand are one and the same, and they didn't do the DeWalt ones anymore under that brand. These are definitely what I used to have. Definitely, they feel the same. Comfy. Oh, getting warm, getting warm. So I thought I'd give you a progress report. Swing the camera around and you can have a look. So I've taken out all the lavenders. There's some wallflowers and some euonymus over here, which weren't very good at all. Over here I've just given this, sorry, euphorbia was over there. The euonymus I've trimmed up here. There's some skimmer japonicas in here as well. They weren't doing very good. A lot of the lavender I didn't really need to dig out. It just come out. It's so shallow rooted. I like to take all the dirt off the bottom of the roots when I'm taking stuff away. One, for the weight, you know, because you don't want to be paying for the dirt, and then it also just helps when I'm getting stuff into the back of the van. Although I am slightly over on my ton bag, but that's no biggie. That's no biggie. The stuff can get stacked in the bag, or once I finish with these little bags, they can be chopped into there. Anyway, next step I'm going to do is get ready for a couple of circles that are going to go here. So I'm going to have a couple of circles which I'm going to cement and concrete in, and then in between those it's going to be some standard Photinia, red robins, and some more lavender, new lavender around the bottom. These white cobblestones are going to be blended from the front here back into the Cotswold, both sides. And as I said earlier on, we're matching up 2 square railway sleeper beds for which they can put their annual plants into as they so choose, or some shrubs or whatever. Just gives them a little bit of variety. It's good to keep this euonymus here. It's such a shame because it's thriving. It's lovely, lovely bit of colour there. And if anything, it'll stop people skipping that corner as well. Anyway, let's get on and clear those stones back. Right, okay, so I've set the 2 circles out. We've got 18 inches on the inside, matching 20 inches there, and then I've measured from the back wall to the centre, from the centre across to the slab, so on and so forth, to give the same measurements to tally them up. They're going to look slightly off because of this curve off here, because we're actually on the corner, but it's not too bad. Talk about these. I've never used this sort of thing before. This is a concrete, a man-made net, and I'll be honest, I liked these. I had a look of them. These were about £36 for the net, and it worked out cheaper to buy these from the supplier and cut them down and use them for what I want than to buy the cobbles separately. And also, I tell you what, that netting has really, it's been quite good for this sort of thing, you know, for setting out dry laying. Anyway, time to clear back a bit of this now that I've seen that I've got the area where I can work to, and I'm going to mix up a bit of muck. Right, put the last bag of compost back in the van because I've got one too many. Isn't a bad thing, always need that. The time is 3:30, which is really good because I've got a job to view. Clean that up. A job to view at 4:30, so I've got enough time to pop home, go to the toilet and go see the job. Anyway, let's swing it around and you can see the final finished one-day turnaround here. There we are. We've got the railway sleeper beds. These are just over, well, they're 1.2 that way because they're 2.4, so they're slightly longer this way because I've gone on the inside for both. Because of the shape here, it looks better going a little bit longer there. We've got the stircles that I've done with lavender in there, some of the white stones as well, and the Photinia. The customer wanted these white stones put along here. As I say, originally we were going to have a trellis, a low-lying 1-foot trellis composite fencing going along here, but the price for that turned, well, between quoting and coming to do the job, the price of the actual product, the materials, had doubled. It's gone up. It was a ridiculous price. I don't know whether it's demand, supply, or whatever, but it seems to be happening with materials. But anyway, let's have one last look over the project, and I'll thank you for watching, and I hope you subscribed already and enjoyed this little different video from my channel. Just before I go, I'm gonna have a bit of a vanity moment. This client is actually one I worked for before, and I'd done a composite decking for them. That's why they invited me back here. The next door neighbour, I did this pergola for them, and then the house in there is where I did a composite. No, I didn't do composite deck. I did artificial lawn for them. And then over here, I did a what do you call it? An arbour gazebo pergola type thing. Anyway, I guess it goes to show that word of mouth is the best form of advertisement. Anyway, thanks for joining me.